Ho, ho, ho. This is Texas Music Daily. I'm Greg Sachs.
And I'm Tammy Millspaw.
And this is what's hot in Texas Music
Daily.
It's beginning to look a lot
like
Christmas. It is Christmas. Hey, congratulations. We made it another year. We're so excited. Thank you all for checking us out on Texas Music Daily. The podcast has meant a lot. The socials have meant a lot. The fact that you guys check out our Texas Music Daily email update, what a big deal. So we're excited about all that. We're also excited that Sundance has made it back on stage. If you remember, in the past month, Sundance had an unfortunate accident where he was shot. And really, it's a Christmas miracle that he's here right now.
Yes.
And he even said going back up on stage, even though it was only a couple weeks where he didn't play on stage, that it was such a miraculous thing. He wasn't sure what to do. And you have an amazing singer like Sundance said. We're so glad, Sundance, you're back on stage touring with your number ones. Share them to the masses. We're excited about it.
Yes, for sure. And Red Clay Strays, they won Billboard's Duo Group Award for 2024. How about that?
That's amazing.
It was announced, they accepted it, and it's just very cool to see one of our acts, basically, that has won a Billboard award like that.
That's right. We claim them. We know they're from Alabama, but we claim them in this scene.
Yeah.
We love the Red Clay Strays. These guys are doing phenomenal. They've won all kinds of country awards. It's crazy. Speaking of Christmas, I mean, it's a time of frivolity, right? I mean, people do lots of fun things at Christmas. To me, Jesus Christ is the reason for the season. So when I say Merry Christmas, really, Christ means a lot to me and you and our family. So we really thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for the opportunity to do this. Now, I think about the most important Christmas in my mind, right? It's always spending Christmas with your family. But I actually asked Tammy to marry me on Christmas Day in 1996.
Correct.
All right. I got that right. Yes. So, and then this is what I did. Robert Gallagher at Billy Bob's Texas called a foul on me because I asked her to marry me. I took her to Canada. He said, that's unfair. You can't ask her to marry you in Canada. She has to say yes just to get back into the country. Right? Great job, Robert. We love you there at Billy Bob's. But here's the thing. I asked her to marry me. It was like a 7-course deal at a five-star hotel, right? The which one was it? In Banff. No, Chateau Lake Louise, around Lake Louise. We went to Banff to check it out. But we landed in Calgary, and the first night, no, that was on the way back where we almost got into an accident and slid into the car. We slid into a parking lot and then saw the movie Michael. That was with John Travolta.
Yeah.
Simply because, terrible movie. Sorry, but it was a terrible movie. But I almost wrecked us into cars. So I just pulled into the parking lot and said, you want to see a movie? And she's like, yep. But anyway, that's a sidebar. I asked her to marry me at Chateau Lake Louise, easy for me to say, 5-star hotel, and just an amazing 7-course dinner. And she's tired. We've traveled all day, right? But she looks amazing, the whole thing. And I say, hey, can we go outside for some hot chocolate? And she's like, why? It's like minus 38 outside. And I was like, I just want you to go out and see how beautiful it is outside. And I took her outside, and then I got on one knee and I asked her to marry me. And then she cried a little bit like this, and I got the ring, but it was so cold. I reached in to get the ring, and I was like this, and it popped out into a snowdrift. And then she went just like this. She said, you got to find the ring on your own. I'm going inside. It's too cold. Just like that. That's exactly how you said it.
I did not.
What'd you say?
I said, yes, I'm going in. You find the ring.
That's what I heard, because I was freaking out, padding through the snow, trying to find the ring. And I eventually found it. It's on her finger now. So that is the Christmas day of all Christmas days for me. Thank you for marrying me. It's been the greatest 900 years of my life. Wait, is that dog years?
Well, and you also didn't say, I mean, yes, it was so cold up there. It was ridiculous how cold it was. And we went you went ice skating on the frozen lake.
On frozen pond.
And I, of course, can't skate. We've already covered that. And so I watched, tried to drink the hot chocolate that they had. But as soon as they poured it out of the thermos, it got cold. So I literally was just freezing. Then we went on a horse-drawn carriage sleigh ride around the lake, and it was miserable. It was miserable, and we had...
You didn't have love and fun?
Well, the blankets that they would give you froze, and then there was a little kid that his parents were in the front seat of the thing.
Sleigh ride.
And then so that kid sat back there with us, and we're trying to keep him warm with the frozen blanket. It was crazy.
It was crazy. I remember the guy that on the sleigh ride. We got halfway around the lake where you could go back and see the hotel, and all the lights were on the lake, and it was gorgeous. And I said, "Ain't this beautiful?" And the sleigh ride driver, he goes, "Y'all want to take a picture here next to the frozen, waterfall?" And you said, quote, "Get us back to the hotel now. I've had enough." And I was like, well, this is a joyous night.
It was miserable. And then we went skiing there. I one time tried.
Right.
And it was too cold.
Yep.
It was too cold. I don't know how people do that.
We got the French frostbite on the derriere. Dun-dun-dun. And that's the end of that story. But it's been a blessing being married to you, Tammy. I thank you for doing Texas Music Daily with me. It's a blast. Thank you for this family we have and our time together. It's an absolute joy.
All right. You're welcome.
There you go. Hey, many artists during this are doing the 12 Days of Christmas thing during this time. Joey Green, he's sharing songs every single day, right?
Right.
Well, now he shared it up. He's got his last one on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. And then Flatland Cavalry, they've been doing merch getting to Christmas Day. Every day they give merch away, Flatland Cavalry merch.
I don't think it's every day. I think they just have people tag somebody in their social post, and then they will draw a name.
That's awesome. So you tag them, Flatland Cavalry, tag them in their social posts, and then they name a mural after you. Is that how that works?
I don't think so.
We're not back to the murals?
No,
all right. I love those murals you do, Flatland Cavalry. And I love your music. You guys are artistic.
Yeah, Lubbock is doing great. So it's a tribute to Lubbock, where they grew up and where it was influential, obviously, in their music. So Randy Rogers has a whiskey. It's called Bonbrecker.
Easy how you say that.
Yeah. And it's been in Texas since 2021, but they just recently released it in Oklahoma.
Right.
And he will be doing a bottle signing on the 27th in Moore, Oklahoma.
Right.
And he has a show that night with Parker McCollum at Paycom Center there in Oklahoma City. So he will be signing bottles of this whiskey at Moore Liquors in Moore, Oklahoma. Check it out.
The hometown of Toby Keith, the legend.
There you go.
Flatland Cavalry, speaking to them again, because I want to talk to them multiplicities of times. They performed their unreleased song on the Opry called Home Steady. Rock Steady, Home Steady? Or this is Home Steady. And they also played that song on Yellowstone. We have a lot of artists that have been on Yellowstone or on the new Landman. And very cool. So congratulations to Flatland Cavalry on both of those.
Right. Hudson Westbrook, he was named Billboard's Rookie of the Month. He's just had a phenomenal last however many months. When he started music back in April.
March.
Okay, correct me. Anyways.
March.
Anyways, he has had a phenomenal year. And he recently scored his first #1 on the Texas charts, Two-Way Drive.
That's right.
It's a multi-week #1. Congratulations, Hudson. And so he's killing it. Sold out shows. He plays Billy Bob's in February. Make sure you get there or get tickets soon because it's going to sell out. I predict it'll sell out.
He's at nearly 100 million digital streams right now at this moment. And huge news for the first of the year coming.
Yes. And Turnpike Troubadours, another one of our favorites.
Yes.
They were listed, their 2 songs, Pay No Rent and Good Lord Lori, one of our favorites, was one of the top songs on Shazam.
Wow.
Because people were Shazamming it to find out what the songs were after they heard them or saw them on Yellowstone recently.
Right.
And so they have the 2 top songs on Shazam.
That's awesome. Speaking of Shazam, some of the other socials that we have are Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, and the YouTube, obviously. Please like us and subscribe here on YouTube. It helps us. And then on all the socials, don't forget Spotify. We have 5 playlists there for you. Check us out at Texas Music Daily. Well, you can find us at texasmusicdaily.com. That's the home base, if you will. Sign up for the Texas Music Daily email update that comes Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock. And don't forget, if you want to reach out, correspond with us, give us some great information that you want us to share with the world, it's texasmusicdaily@gmail.com.
Yes, it is. And don't forget, you only have a few days left to vote for the T3R Texas Music and Radio Awards at trrma.net. This is the second round of voting, and this will determine the final 5 that you will be able to vote on starting in January. The winners will be announced at the award show March 24th at Texas Live in Arlington. Make sure you come because we have a lot of surprises and a lot of artists that you'll want to see. You kind of get up close and personal with some of these artists because they just wander around. And so you get to see them in that environment. You get to see some great performances. And you can get tickets now at trrma.net for the show. Be sure to be there. Everybody that goes loves it and has a great time. And the graphics are great. All of that. You'll love it. The screens at Texas Live are amazing. And so they allow for videos and lots of great graphics. And you can see the performances from anywhere in Texas Live. So no seat is bad.
And don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Yes, he is. And go out and support live Texas music daily. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.